have not swam a meet since last February, and I still feel nervous about swimming my events out of order. Friday.
Okay, so, oh my goodness, okay, so this, I've had dreams multiple times that I have forgotten the order of my events for swimming, or I'm going up to the block and I'm like not changed, like I'm still wearing a bunch of clothes, or like something like completely ridiculous, but like it's just like the race was awful. Like I dive in and I end up like in the other lane, some point in the middle of like my start, or like I am swimming like fly, but I do like breaststroke or something stupid and I don't even swim breaststroke.
Last night's specifically was similar in theme-wise to everything else that I've had before, because it was about a swimming related stress, but it was terrifying in the moment because you wake up and you're like, ah, that's so stupid, but then like when you're actually asleep and thinking about it and you're not aware that you're in a dream, it's really stressful because you dive in for 100 IM and then I'm still in like the locker room or something, and then it's like, oh, it's time, and like it's a pool I've never been to, and I like dive in and then I like forget the order of IM. Like I know in real life the order of 100 IM, but for some reason I don't remember it then. So last night I started there were so many things that went wrong. I started with backstroke in my IM. So I dove in and I did backstroke, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm in the wrong lane, because I started in an end lane. And then when you're on your back and you're like in your streamline kicking, you look to the side, just like boop, like where's everybody at? And then the lane was open next to me, and I was like, that's my lane. So I was like trying to shift back over, and this girl was on her front looking at me, and I'm like, sorry, like under the water. And at no point did I realize like I'm on my back and she's on her front trying to swim fly, because I was like, why would I suddenly not know the event? Anyway, so I start swimming backstroke, and then I swim breaststroke, and then I swim free, and then I end up like on the 75 swimming free, and I'm like, I'm not done. And I was like so embarrassed, because I was like, I'm gonna get out and everyone's gonna be like, who is this person who like knows how to swim but doesn't? I don't even remember like what setting I was in, like if I was like in college at the time, or like if I flashed all the way back to like my club swimming days, or if I was like swimming on like a summer league MCSL meet. I don't remember like the setting I was in, but I have these dreams so frequently. I feel like you have the dreams where you wake up and like you miss practice, or it's like 10 minutes late and you're like running to the pool and you're like, oh my god, and it's just a dream, but it's like the night before you actually have practice, so it makes sense in that moment that you're having a dream, because the time you were supposed to wake up for was a time where you were gonna go swimming. So for me, I've had that like through college, like constantly. Like I feel like most of us have, and you wake up and then you start waking up every hour because you're like, I'm gonna miss my alarm, I'm gonna miss my alarm. And like I can think of one time in college where that actually happened, where I straight up just like didn't get up, and I was like 15 minutes late to practice. That happened again this past year though, because I was really sick and I couldn't wake up, and I tried to swim and it really just like didn't work, and I left. But it's so interesting because, you know, you train so much to do it, and then suddenly like you get, and in your dream it's like your worst nightmare, because it's just like, how do I forget like the event I'm doing, or like do the wrong stroke, or like, you know, like something like so silly, you know? And I still have those dreams even though like I'm no longer like a regular competitive swimmer. So it's interesting how many times I'm gonna say interesting, but I'm still having these dreams even though I'm not constantly swimming anymore. And I still talk to my teammates a lot, but it's just funny because it's not something I regularly do, but the memories are, I guess, still very much in my subconscious, and I'm not stressed out about it like that or anything. Like I would wake up and I'd be like, oh, like okay, and like it would be a little like startling, but it's funny because I mean I had multiple dreams last night and I remember a lot of my dreams in general. And one of my teachers told me back in high school is like, if you talk about it or write about it right away and don't let yourself get so far away from it that you forget, it's easier to remember. So that's why I'm doing this, because it happens so much that I just feel like it's worth sharing. And I had one also about Tommy, but I have ones about him like regularly, and I just turn around like, oh good, you're still there. And it's just funny to see kind of like where my mind goes when I go to sleep. still have not swam a meet since last February, and I still feel nervous about swimming my events out of order. IM is a big one too, because I never did IM like competitively because I couldn't really swim breaststroke. I predominantly swam butterfly, and I was a sprinter, and so I swam free and back as well, but it was very much never an event I did. But of course I knew the order of it because we did it in practice constantly. Fly back, breast free, right? Like it is what it is. And I guess I was trying to do like a medley, I guess. I don't know. It was so weird, but it was just a dream. I know, but I am sure some of my swimmer friends out there can totally relate to the really weird random feelings that you have floating around that for some reason you're going to swim an event out of order even though you never have. You know, it is. I doubt I am the only swimmer that has dreams about stressing out about swimming, because there's no way that nobody's had a dream about that. I just think it's funny that I'm still having those even though I haven't competed in so long. Because I obviously had them when I was competing. I would always have nightmares about my 100 fly, because I know how many strokes I'm taking for each 25, and I would just be like swimming it and I would black out for the entire race. Like, not in a good way, not like, okay, muscle memory takes over, let's go, like I'm gonna kick some butt. It was like I blacked out and I sucked, and because I forgot to kind of just like turn it on, and I have that happen a lot, especially like the week leading up to like our conference championship meet. I always have that kind of like stress level, because it's just kind of like, okay, like wake up, don't forget your event, you have to put your suit on at the right time, what if your suit rips? And then there's so many things that could go wrong that it just gives your brain an excuse to make up any scenario that just throws all your hard work out the window. And it's like, and now I can laugh about it looking back because it's no longer like directly affecting me, but good Lord, I'm thinking about that, and it's just, it was, wow. I'm also going to do a video about my swimming experience, because I feel like what I did was pretty badass, as weird as that is to maybe say that out loud about yourself, but like, when you realize that you do something that not a lot of people can do, outside of just being an athlete for 4 years, like something that you do like swimming wise, like for that long while also studying and doing everything that I did at the same time, I think it's like worth talking about, so at least I can recognize like and validate myself in a sense and realize that what I did was out of the ordinary. It can help ground me when I'm feeling any sort of adversity in other situations. If I feel like I'm not good enough, or I feel like things aren't going my way, I can think back to like this, where it's like, you have that in you because you proved it when you were an athlete and did all these other really hard things. So like, keep going.